2, 1. All right, team. Elective class. Let's get it working. Ready? Neutral stance. Position. Set. Courtesy. Loud and proud. Student creed number 1. I intend to develop myself in a positive manner and to avoid anything that would reduce my mental growth or my physical health. Number 2. I intend to develop self-discipline in order to bring out the best in myself and in others. Number 3. I intend to use what I learn in class constructively and defensively to help myself and my fellow man, and never to be abusive or offensive. Courtesy, set of jumping jacks, 10 of them, ready, go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, squats, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Push-ups for a set of 10. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then grapplers lift. So you're gonna drop down, fold one leg over, come up onto one knee. I sit, fold that leg over, switch my feet, come up onto the other knee. Sit back, switch your feet, come up on this knee. Sit back, switch your feet, come up on the other knee. And then back, sit, switch, back, sit, switch, back, sit, switch, back, sit, switch. Couple more times. Once more on each side. Excellent. Now right from here, drop right down, tactical lift. And you guys should all know this. My one hand posts, my back hand's posted, my other hand's up high. My feet are close, but I don't want to cross them, right? I want one way, one the other. If I were to just go from a butterfly stretch and just simply put one hand back, bring this foot out just a little so my foot's flat on the ground, and then put this hand up, there's your technical lift. So now right from here on each count, we lift, we side kick out, and then set right back down. Ready? And we'll go left hand down, right hand up, left leg's kicking. Go, 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 go. The kick may go low, like I'm kicking at somebody's ankle. I might be aiming just a little bit higher to the knee, although that would be it. I wouldn't really reach up way up high like that, right? This would be more, I'm here, I'm trying to knock them off balance. Couple more times. Go, 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 go. And now switch other side. So now my left hand's up, right hand post. My right side fires the kick low like I'm hitting the ankle, or up a little higher towards the knee, but that would be as high as I want to go with this. Ready? Go. Fire the kick and then back. Go. 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 And now go back to the other side. And now roundhouse kicks. So as I go roundhouse kick for technical lift, just like I do a normal roundhouse, but I'm on the ground. So this foot still pivots. I throw my kick, and then I set right back down. So on each count, fire the kick, back to guard. Right? So left hand's posted, right hand's up, right leg kicks. And go. Fire the kick, and then down. Go. 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 And then other side, right hand post, left hand's up, left leg kicks. Go. 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 And time. And butterfly stretch. Bottoms your feet together. We're going to work on 2 different types of sweeps today. What we call the hip hoist sweep and the scissor sweep. Stay right there, don't leave town. I need to get my training partner. All right, so with a hip hoist sweep, both of these are if somebody, you have somebody in your guard, meaning that the person is taking me to the ground. I've used my legs to wrap around them. Now I can try and control their head. The hip hoist sweep, what the idea is I open my guard up, and then look, I'm just in the technical lift we just did, just like I do the roundhouse kick. I throw the kick, but I don't throw it, but that knee drives the person over and I end up on top of it, right? So the hip hoist sweep, I'm here, and then I post, and look how I use this leg to kick. If I exaggerate it, it's I push like I'm throwing my roundhouse kick. But if I don't exaggerate it, it's just simply that I come up and then I just shoot through. It's my hip driving through. So let's practice this. So we're on the ground, and we're gonna have our feet up because it's like we're in the guard, right? So my feet are up and I'm crossed. I'm gonna face you this way. I'll do it a couple different directions with you. We're gonna put our feet on the ground as I sit up. My other hand posts, and look how I'm basically in technical lift. Now, just like we did the roundhouse kick a minute ago, only a couple of key differences. For now, you have two options. I can either point my toes, which makes the sweep a little easier, right? And just to make sure you can see, my toes are gonna be pointed, and then as I push off this leg, look how I just roll over the top of that foot, right? The eventual way you want to be able to do it is have your foot on the ground, because this way, the way my foot is, gives me about an extra 3 or 4 inches of lift in my hip. And that can make all the difference on whether the person tips over or they do not. So this is better in terms of technique, although it can sometimes be harder on your ankle. So if you find that doing this is hard on your ankle, just point your toes and roll over the top of it, right? So we're in guard, and then we sit up to technical lift. We push off of the right leg as I drive my hip over the top, and I end up in mount. And then roll right back and do it again. Come up to technical lift, left hand post, right hands up. We're gonna do it on both sides, we'll switch in a minute. And then I drive my hip through as I come over, right? And then sit right back, and again, sit up to technical lift, push off of this leg, not this leg, push off of that leg, drive your hip into the sweep, right? And one last time, ready? We're here, we sit up, and then we drive into the sweep, right? Now let's go to the other side. Same drill, we sit up, but now my right hand posts, my left hand's up. This hand would actually be reaching over to control the person's arm and pushing it under my body so they can't reach out and post and stop me, right? So this hand actually wraps her arm, pulls it in tight. And now push with your left hip as you come to the technique or the mount. Sit back, and again, we start from guard, feet go to the ground, we sit up, we wrap the person's arm. Their head, by the way, right now would be over here. I'm not wrapping their head up as well. I'm on this side of their head. Their head would be over here. I'd only have control of the arm. Push with the hip as you go over the top, right? And again, guard, technical lift, wrap the arm, push with the hip, land in the mount. Sit back, one more time, and I'll show you the other one, and then we're gonna try and combine the two of them. So we post, wrap the arm, push off the hip, and we end up in the mount, all right? Next one, what we call a scissor sweep. The scissor sweep is similar, but for a different purpose. The hip hoist sweep I would use if the person, instead of coming down on me, they're trying to sit up tall with posture. This is where this is really effective. If they're trying to get on top of me and smash me, then that's where the scissor sweep works a little better. And what the scissor sweep is I go from here with my partner, and then I base, I get a leg in between the two of us, and now I sit back, and as I kick my leg over, I end up on top of them, right? So now as we do this one, I'm gonna do this from the side view so you guys can see it a little bit better. I start in a closed guard. My feet are gonna go on the ground. I'm gonna shrimp onto my right hip or left hip, whichever hip is fine, whichever way you guys wanna do this, whatever makes the most sense. But I'm gonna lay over onto one of my sides, so I'm on my side. The knee that is on top goes in between me and the person. I'm gonna control their arm and their lapel or their head and pull their head in tight. And then I'm gonna arch my back a little more, and now I kick with this leg. And then I just simply sit up and down. And then we lay back in the ground, right? And again, from here, I start off in the guard. My 2 feet go to the ground. I lay over onto my side as I get my hips away. Look, my hips used to be here, and now they're over here. My knee comes in front. I'm gonna pull these toes in, which helps to hook onto their body. This leg is gonna be hooking their lower legs. I have their arm, I have their head, or their gi. I arch my back, and now I push with the top leg and push back with the bottom leg. That's where the scissor comes in. It's this motion. And then they fall, and I land on top, right? So again, we're here. We start with the guard rather, and then I put my feet on the ground, and a lot of this happens at once. It's not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? This is all kind of a flowing thing. The syntax happens to be there. I can't sweep until I've set it up, right? But in general, it's going to be that I'm here, they fall in, I wrap an arm and grab a gi, pull them in tighter, and now I strip my hips out, get to here, and then the quick explosive motion, I end up here, right? So now where the two of these play together well, many times I find that when I go to do the hip hoist sweep, the defense against the hip hoist sweep is to smash me back down to the ground. So if from here I start pushing up and they push me back to the ground, this is where I'm going to transition here, and now I go to this sweep, because instead of here, they just pushed me down, and so now when I sweep them, it's easier to get them to fall, right? So let's practice this. We go from here, and we're going to go to, we'll say your right. I go up into my right hand on the ground. I embrace their arm. I go to push with my hips. They push me back to the ground. I quickly roll to the other hip, and I'll do this on the other side so you can see a quick detail in a moment. I shoot my hips out, slide the foot in, grab their gi, arch, and then sweep. And then we're here, right? So doing it again, same side, but just watching me from a different direction. So my left hand posts, which way did I just do this? My right hand posts. So my right hand posts, and I grab their arm, I go to push with my left hip. They bury me and push me back to the ground. I grab their gi in their arm, and look how, as I transition, watch this foot. I go from here, I put it on the ground and use that leg to push my hips out, right? That was an exaggeration of movement, but that's basically what I'm doing, right? I go here, as they go down, I use that foot to push my hips out, I slide it in between them and then I sweep, and then I'm on top, right? So 2 more times, then we have to move into the advanced kicking section. So hip hoist sweep, I push with the left hip. They push me to the ground. I push off my right foot to get my hips out. Bring the right knee in between them and I. Hook with this leg. Push with the other leg. Scissor sweep, right? One last time. I'm in the guard. Feet on the ground. Hip hoist sweep. They push me to the ground. I hook, get my hips out of the way. Hook their foot. Sweep. And then I'm on top, right? So hip hoist sweep. For those of you that aren't doing jiu-jitsu, it may be challenging to kind of visualize what I'm doing as I do those drills, but try and do the best you can. If you do happen to have a target or a pillow or a brother or sister that you can throw around, that's certainly helpful, right? From here, we're going to jump into advanced kicking. So everyone jump right back up. Instead of being on the ground, we're not going to be jumping. All right, so first thing I want to do is I just want to get you warmed up a little bit, and you're not going to jump high. You're just simply going to bounce like this for like 20 seconds. Just keep bouncing. Couple more seconds. I just want to adjust this. I evidently kicked my camera earlier, and I lost some of my floor space. Oh, I think that made it worse. Keep bouncing. Are you still bouncing? I don't know if that helped at all. Anyway, so time. Now I want you to jump a little higher. And as we do this, it's going to be a straight jump. So I jump, and I want my body nice and tall. Instead of jumping and bringing your knees up, I want your toes pointed to the ground. So you're just going to jump, hands right in nice and tight, and point your toes to the ground as this happens. Bend the knees, jump, and then back down. Bend the knees, point the toes, nice and tall. Bend the knees, point the toes, right? Keep going. Let's see how you guys look with this. Bend the knees and then jump. Good. Gustavo, Andrea, good. Shivansh, nice. Olivia, good work. That's it. Good. And pause just for a moment. Now what I would like is slow your pace down a little bit. So pause in between each one. I'm here. I jump. I take a breath. I jump. Take a breath. Jump. And each one, I want you to try and start propelling yourself higher to the ceiling, like you're trying to punch your head right up through the ceiling. And 30 seconds, go. See how you guys look. See who's hitting the ceiling. Hopefully none of you are cheating and using trampolines. If I see anyone run away and then suddenly start jumping really high, I'll know why. Nice. Try and keep your hands in tight, team. If as I'm doing this, I'm swinging my arms around to get the momentum. Number one, think of how terribly bad it would look if I go to do my jump spinning hook kick and I'm like, right, and then I do my jump kick. So I want it to be really tight. My hands are tight. I'm relying on my legs to jump. I can make it a little bit of a swing, and there's some motions that definitely using a hand, like if I jump and I punch this hand up, it helps that rotation a lot, but it's tight, not swing wide, right? Everything stays tight. 15 more seconds, go. Fix that detail, tighten it up. Nice, Joseph. Evan, Liam, much better, much better. Annika, nice work. Alejandro, nice jumps, buddy. All right, good, and time. So now make sure, and I should have thrown this disclaimer in the beginning, you have plenty of space because we're gonna be spinning. We're doing 360 spins today, kicks based on 360 spins, and then a little bit in advanced 540 spin at the very end, depending on how far we get, right? So as I jump and I spin, I want you to start sideways instead of square. Last week we talked about front side and back side rotations, right? And I'm gonna do a little quiz. Some of you are online and you should know this. Some of you may not be online and maybe you don't. And I'll give you the answer to the quiz in a moment. But the quiz is simply this. I want to see 360 front side rotations starting with your left side forward. So you should start here, you should end here. That's all I'm going to tell you. And I want to see who has down the front side rotation without me telling you which direction it is. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Start with your left side forward. Front side, Maya, nice. Ashan, nice. Let's see. Now remember, everyone listen very closely. Just because you're spinning the same direction as the person in front of you actually does not mean that you're doing the same rotation, right? Because if I start this direction and I spin this way, or if I start this direction and I spin the same way, it's a different rotation. Even though the rotation is the same, because I started with a different side forward, it makes it a different type of rotation. Keep that in mind. On the left side forward, front side rotation. 12 more seconds, maybe 20. Go. All right, I'm just gonna say this to the Keenan clan. Maya has it the right way. Although she's starting with the wrong side forward. Right rotation, wrong direction, if that makes any sense to you guys. Samira's got it. Connor, nice. Jackson, good. Joseph, nice. Okay, so here we go. As a review, the difference between front side and back side. My left side is in the front, or for you guys anyway, this is my left side, right? If I'm facing this way, front side and back side just simply means which direction does rotation start. So if I'm looking this way and I rotate my back shoulder forward, this is the front side rotation. If I'm this way and my front shoulder starts by going backwards, right, this way, it's a backside rotation. Another way to think of it is front side rotation, I'm rotating to the front, I can see the direction. Backside is a blind side rotation. I'm rotating and I can't see the direction I'm going, right? So left side is forward, and I should start with my right shoulder coming forward for it to be a front side rotation, okay? So now that you know for certain which way to go, 15 seconds to fix it, go. Left side's forward, right shoulder comes forward. Nice, Gustavo. I think Andrea has it, but you're in the way, so I couldn't see her. Maya, you're doing backside now. The whole Keenan clan, rotate the other direction. You guys are all doing backside. Start, yes, Michael, or Matthew, sorry. Just like Matthew just did. You got it, Maya. That's it, Michael, much better. All right, good. So now, staying with that side forward, now do the backside rotation. So my left side is forward, and backside rotation means now I look over my left shoulder as I jump and I spin, and that side ends up forward, right? So now we're here, jump, spin, that side's forward. 360s, go. Jump, spin, backside rotation. And the goal is to land and stop totally still. Good, Olivia. Andrea, that was better. Maya, nice. Good, Sven. Samir, good. Nathaniel, nice. Good work. Dalia and Amar, look good. All right, time. So now let's go to the other side. Oh, we're running out of time. So we're going to do these two fast because I want to get through this kicking too. So actually, yeah, let's go through fast. Front side rotation, right side is forward. We jump, my right or left shoulder comes forward first, right? So I jump, I spin, I land with my left side forward. Try not to over rotate like I just did, right? I jump high, but I still control the rotation. Go. 30 seconds. Now that you guys all know what I'm looking for, there should be small corrections at most. Try and keep your feet together as you rotate. I know it's hard. Mine come apart too in the air. You have to really be focused on it. But the tighter it is, the better it is. Just like ice skaters. You guys have probably all seen figure skaters. They put their arms out and it slows them down. They bring it in tight and suddenly they're flying. Same concept. All right, so now backside rotations. So now we're here. I look over my left shoulder as I start the rotation now. Right, so we're here. Jump, rotate backwards. Go. Backside 360s. Remember, hands in tight. When your hands are in tight, you also tend to balance better. When your arms get out to the side, it tends to knock your balance off in midair. Nice. Looks good, team. The only other thing I would say is try and land on the same spot and keep your body straight up. So what I mean by the straight up part is if as I spin, my body leans, right, it's going to mess up my rotation. I need to keep my body as tight this way as I can to have the best balance in the air, right? Keep that in mind as we go into the next thing. So everybody switch, put your right side forward again, or left side forward again. So now we're going to go ground kicking with 360 rotations. Two basic kicks we're working on today. We're going to move through these quickly because we're down to about 6 minutes, and I want to be able to get through a bunch of stuff still. So back leg roundhouse kick that we whip all the way through, what we used to call the 180 whip kick, which really is more of a 360. I fire the roundhouse, and then I rotate all the way through so this side is forward. Fire the kick all the way through to this side is forward again, showing good balance. 3, 2, 1, go. 30 seconds, make it happen. Oh, good. That's it. Now switch and go to the other leg. So now right side is forward, and now your left leg is doing the full 180 rotation, and then spin back through to this side is forward. Go. That's it, Shivansh, nice. Matthew, Gustavo, nice. That's it, good work, Connor. Nathaniel, really nice. Joseph, really nice. Good. Remember the details, team, right? Hands are up nice and high. Just like if I was firing this kick sparring, boom, I kick, my hands come right back out. If I'm being loose right now, then I'm losing some details, right? So my hands are up. Doesn't have to be tense, but show those details. All right. Actually, we're going to jump into the 360 spin now, right? So you're going to jump in the air, do the roundhouse kick, and spin all the way around. Miss Botwinick, actually, Mr. Burton, where did you go? There you are. Mr. Burton, can you demonstrate this for me? Right? Here's what I would like. Miss Botwinick, can you spotlight Jackson Burton for a moment? Are you still on? Is she still here? Oh, she's there. Okay, cool. Here we go. Okay, let's do this actually. I guess that was on my side to do. All right, there we go. All right, so Jackson, pop-up 360 roundhouse kick. You know what I'm talking about, yes? Okay, show me, go. He pops up, he throws a kick, he spins all the way around. Perfect. Do it again, please. Excellent, right? Does everybody see what I'm looking for? I chose him because I know he can do it, and right now my hip won't let me do that move. So there you go. 360 roundhouse kicks, just like Mr. Burton just did. Go. Oh, Andrea, that was it. Just get your balance afterwards. Let me see, Gustavo, go. Nice. Good job, guys. Nice. Matthew, good. Maya, nice. Shivansh, nice. Olivia, you guys are crushing it. I like what I'm seeing. Good. Now, the one thing that I will say, keep in mind with the roundhouse kick, it should be flat across. So instead of jumping and I do that, which is really a pop-up front kick, I need to make sure I jump and this kick is flat across as I rotate through. Like I'm trying to do it over the top of a table, right? And keep going, 30 more seconds. And if you want to switch legs because your other leg is better or that leg is tired, feel free to do so. Is that a stretch, Mr. Burton? Joseph, nice, really good kicks. And remember, it's your back leg that's hitting the kick, not the lead leg, back leg. Annika, really nice kick. That's it, Dahlia Namar, looks good. And time. All right, so then on the next one, 360, actually, you know what? We've been doing spinning hook kicks with the advanced team anyway, so most of you guys have been doing this right along. I'm gonna skip the 360 spinning hook kick for today. We'll go back to it next week because I also wanna give you a little bit of a preview bonus, the tuck 360 round spinning hook kick. We're just gonna do the tuck. And so what you're gonna do is I jump in the air, I drive this knee up, I'm gonna rotate all the way through, and my other side is gonna be forward. So this is actually a 540-degree rotation, right? I can do the tuck on this. I don't know that the kick's gonna come out yet. So I drive my knee up, I drive up, and I spin all the way through. My right side ends up forward. Now, if you really wanna be balanced, now just jump with your left side and then spin back so your right side is forward, right? So whichever way or whichever leg you wanna do is fine. If you wanna balance it, awesome. If you wanna do just one side, kick or leg of your choice is fine. Drive up and across your body. The leg that drives up is the leg that you will land on, and you're gonna rotate through so your other foot comes back, right? Give it a shot, go. Let's see who has it. Joseph, good. Oh, what are you doing down there? Get up. That's it, Jackson. Nice work. Sven, good work, buddy. And time, everyone, just for a moment. Quick detail after watching you guys. As the tuck is what drives the rotation. Just like before when I said you can use your hand to punch up, right? If I punch my hand this way as I jump, I'm going to rotate much faster than if I don't punch my hand that way. And that's basically what you're doing, but instead of using your hand, you're using your knee. I'm going from here and I'm driving my knee up and across my body, and that's what gets the rotation. Almost think like your knee is coming to your opposite shoulder as you do that tuck, right? You have like 30 more seconds. Let's see it go, go, go. Andrea, that was better. And remember, this is a single leg takeoff. It's not two-footed takeoff. One foot should be on the ground as that knee is driving up towards your shoulder. That's a motion, Connor. Now bring your knee up higher. Nathaniel, that was it. That's the motion. Now push off that other leg so you get up in the air some. Jump, jump, jump. Where is it? There you go. Good. Cool, and time. All right, so now, if you did want to throw the 360 spinning hook kick, which really is a 540, I don't know why we call it a 360, but that's just the name that I've always known it by. My knee drives up, and right about here, I throw a hook kick with the other leg, and then I land on this side, right? Unfortunately, my hips won't allow me to really do this kick well right now, but it would basically be I drive up, and then I throw my hook kick, right? I drive up, and then I throw my hook kick. The hook kick would normally be in the air. My body won't let me do that yet. Let me see. Mr. Burton, do you have this one down? Do you want to give it? Show me. Let me see it. Oh, awesome. Here, let me pin it just in case you guys don't know who Mr. Burton is. Everyone, Jackson. This is everyone in the virtual world right now. All right, so let me see it. Throw it down, Jackson. Boom, that's it. Yes, excellent, right? So that'll be one of the kicks we work on a little bit more next week, as well as the regular pop-up 360. Yeah, so that's it. All right, team, from here, grab your commas. We've got to play around some. Pin, pin, pin. All right, so let's see, what have we done so far? We've done practicing the direction of the striking, right? We've done these types of chops. We did these chops last week, which we're going to be reviewing. We've worked on the 7 chop. We've worked on figure rolls. We worked on the figure 8, right? So we're going to put a couple of those things together. But first, let's get our wrist warmed up and ready. So we're doing the X chops, right? One side, the other side. One side, the other side. Chop, 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 chop. Get those hands moving. Get used to your wrist moving the comma, right? Wrist is moving it, not the elbow. The elbow may be bent, but it's not this. It's all wrist, right? Side, 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 side. Right? Chop, 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 and then the other side. Angle, side, 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 side. 30 more seconds, not quite 30. It's supposed to be a 30-second drill. We're down to about 5 seconds. Keep going, chop, 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 time. All right, so now the next chop that we're gonna do, we're gonna leave out the 7 cut because we're basically covering that on the 8 days from now on. So we're gonna go into instead this chop that we worked on last week, because kind of the combination I wanna work on with you guys is based on this type of a motion, right? So first thing is just simply picture counting the left hand. We're going under, strike, over, strike. Under, strike, over, strike. And all these strikes are flat across, right? Over, strike. Under, over. And each time my hands come all the way back to my shoulders as well. Under, over. Under, over. Under, over. Under, over. Let's pick it up. 1, 2. Under, over. Under, over. Under, over. Strike, 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 strike. Under, over, under, over, under, over. And then 10-second blitz. How fast can you go? Over, under, over, under, over, under. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time. All right, so now to the other side. Under, over, under, over, under, over, under, over, under, over. And make sure you're going under and over with your back hand. Right now, it should be your right hand if you're doing it the same way that I am or mirroring me. If it's your left hand, it's fine. It doesn't really matter. Just make whichever your back hand is going over, under, over, under. So I'm not just doing this. They're changing which one is on top and which one is on bottom, right? Pick it up a little bit. Under, over, under, over, under, over, under, over. Still get that wrist snap at the end, right? If I didn't snap my wrist, this is what it would look like. Look how my commas never really even get to the front. I want to get that wrist snap right at the end. 3 more seconds, and then we go to the 10-second blitz in 3, 2, 1, speed, 10 seconds. How fast can you go? Over, under, over, under, over, under. 3, 2, 1, time. All right, so now let's go to the finger roll and practice these. So the finger roll, right, nice and easy. 1 time over. If you have this single finger roll down and it's easy for you, then 2 finger rolls. See if you can get it, right? A little bit more wrist snap on the way back. I lost that one. And you have to be a little more conscious of the comma staying in contact with your finger and trying to get your finger to be what keeps the comma moving. Right? But don't see that one, I let go of it. It came off of my finger. To me, that's a bad one. Even if I caught it, I didn't do it properly. I got lucky if I caught it, right? 1, 2. 1, once again, lost it in midair. And then, of course, if you're doing this on the first one, is it time for you to try 2 yet? You need to be able to do this on singles. Almost every time, right? Singles should be easy. I should be able to look at the guy in the mirror outside of the dog place that just walked out of the place and walked into the next place, and I can still do it, right? And then if you have it that well, then you can start trying. I almost got 2.5 on that one. Then you start going into the 2s. All right, switch. Let's go to our left hand. That might have been your left hand. It was my right hand. Keep going. she's not there. Okay, keep going. Finger rolls. On this one, I'd stay with my singles because my left-hand finger roll is not quite as strong as my right. Which, keep in mind, this is mirrored. So this is my right, even though it's your left. Or this is my left, even though it's your right. Yeah, that's right. Ah, that was terrible. See, I can do actually two. So see there, I was unconfident in myself because out of the 10 or however many I did in a row, there was only 2 that were off. So I really should start doing the double finger roll on this side. 1, nope. 1, nope. See, I was doing 1 easy, but then when I went to 2, I didn't even get it around 1 time. Does it count if you catch it on the first bounce? That wasn't the first bounce. That was 1. That was almost my toe. And by the way, oh, see, that was cheap. I lost it. I caught it by accident, or actually, not by accident, but I wouldn't consider that a good one, even though I caught it. This is where you have to learn to hold yourself accountable and go, instead of going, yay, I got it, go, that wasn't it. That wasn't what I wanted. Right? And it's good that you see me choking this because this is what it takes to get good with these things, right? It's not you're good automatically, you practice, right? For my left hand to even look as sad as it kind of does right now, it's literally been hundreds of hours of practices over my lifetime of doing this. And it still is only that good. All right, so now let's go to the figure 8. Back to the right hand, figure 8 rolls, right? So we go inside, outside, pause. Inside, outside, pause. Inside, outside, pause. Chop, 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 chop. And then once you have it, then it's a matter of going a little faster, right? But still making sure you're getting this full range. When you see it on screen, it's easy. But if I just look at my hand, sometimes I don't know if it was a good strike or not. This one is really a good one to have a mirror on so that for me, I can look in the video and I can see, did it look like this to where my circle was pretty round, or did it look like that, right? Or like this, right? I want to get that big full circle, right? Inside, outside, stop. And then left hand, or right hand in your case. For you guys, you're probably doing your better hand first if you're mirroring me. If you're just doing whichever, then that's fine. Doesn't matter. So this is inside, outside, hit. Inside, outside, strike. But notice each time it comes out of that roll, the blade is straight forward. The blade is straight forward. All right, so here we go. Quick little combination for everybody, right? You're gonna go, the first striking that we did, we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're gonna pause, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. I do this with my right side back. You can do it with your left side back. Doesn't really matter. I would say your better hand that you can do the finger rolls and the figure 8s with, that's the hand you want in the back. Because basically what's gonna happen is we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, figure 8, strike, finger roll, strike again, right? So the hand that can do those types of manipulations, that's the hand that I want to have in the back, right? So for right here, what I want you to do is just go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then pause. Start from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, pause. 1, 2, 3, 4, pause. 1, 2, 3, 4, pause. Now notice as I'm striking, my blades are flat across the ground, right? And then I start back to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, pause. 1, 2, 3, 4, pause. 1, 2, 3, 4, pause. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. This hand comes back here. We're gonna do a quick figure 8, and then I'm gonna strike straight down with this hand tucked underneath my arm. So now I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, figure 8, strike. 1, 2, 3, 4, figure 8, strike. Set. 1, 2, 3, 4, figure 8, strike. Set. 1, 2, 3, 4, figure 8, strike, set, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, roll, strike. 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 right? A little faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you could even get here and go through a couple of them and then strike, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, a couple of figure eights and then strike. 1, 2, 3, 4. You could just go to 1, right? Or you could take that out and just go right into this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, strike, figure eight, strike. 1, 2, 3, 4, strike, figure eight, strike, right? Or we could go from here, finger roll back into the strike. All right, so that would be another option. 1, 2, 3, 4, strike, finger roll, strike. 1, 2, 3, 4, strike straight down, finger roll, strike straight down again. Strike, finger roll, bad finger roll. Strike, finger roll, strike. Oh, I missed the finger roll on that one. Ooh, almost poked my eye out on that one. Strike, finger roll, strike. 1, 2, 3, 4, strike. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, strike. Finger roll, strike. And then we could put all of that together. So now we go 1, 2, 3, and strike, figure eight. Actually, do the figure eight first. 1, 2, 3, here, figure eight, strike, finger roll, strike. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Figure eight, hit, finger roll. Hit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Figure eight, strike, finger roll. A little too much torque on my finger roll. 1, 2, 3, 4. Strike, hit, finger roll, strike. Shish, 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 shish. Nope. Hish, 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 hish. Hish, 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 hish. That's not what I wanted. I wanted 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's what I want. Oh, hish, 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 hish. Oh, oh, hish, 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 hish. Oh, nope. Hish, 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 hish. Oh, lost it. So now here's what I do when I lose things like that. Boom. And then I slow back down a few times. And then once I go through a few times slow, then I can start picking it back up. Nope. See, now I gotta go slower again because I didn't get it. This is how you get these skills down. It's not without hours of practice, right? It's making mistakes and going, okay, let me do it again, slow it down so I can correct that mistake and get my body anchored with how I want this to look, right? Same way you should be practicing your katas and your forms and your kicking, right? One more. So there you go. There's common practice for the day. I hope you guys had a good time. I wasn't watching a lot. I started playing towards the end and hoping you were following along, right? From here, it's time for Kali. So who's with me? Joseph, are you sticking around? Awesome, he already has the sticks. Elise is playing today, cool. Samya's in the house, what's up, kid? Check your hair out, we'll talk in a minute.
Bye.
All right, guys, if you're heading out, see you.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for playing.
Bye.